Welcome back. Welcome back to Reaction Sports. It's your big homie, Mr. Opinion. Let's go. All right, y'all. I've been saying this from the beginning. Billy Napier hasn't been good enough for a long time. He did not deserve this third year, but he's gotten it. And he's done absolutely nothing with it because he's never been good enough. So the question is, should Florida cut his losses and fire Billy Napier now? Based on recent performance, absolutely. Based on past performances, absolutely. Sun Belt Billy was able to do phenomenal things in the Sun Belt Conference, but he has shown and proven that the University of Florida's job is just too big for him. Let's break it down. Now, when Napier came in, he came in as a analytical program builder, somebody who can, with the resources, could actually compete with another protege of Saban in Kirby Smart. That was the thing with Dan Mullen. Had one off year and they were ready to let him go. He won 3, count them up, 1, 2, 3 New Year's Six bowl games in his first 3 years. But one bad year, they were ready to let him go. Can you imagine the hubris? So in a way, Florida and Florida fan, you deserve this for treating Mullen in that way. Dan Mullen's had worse recruiting class has still been better than Billy Napier's best. And that's just the reality of it. But, that is what's happened. That's where that is. Let's go take a deeper dive into the Florida on-field struggles, right? All right. They were absolutely demolished by A&M. Absolutely demolished. And in that demolition, A&M was playing with a freshman quarterback. Redshirt freshman, but they were playing with a freshman quarterback, and they were still able to beat Florida and put them over the top. They looked like a well-oiled machine with a coach in his first year. In the first year. Add that, they were demolitioned by the University of Miami in the opener 41-17, and it wasn't even close. So where's the strategy? You got schools like Ole Miss, Missouri, right? Under Lane Kiffin and Eli Drinkowitz lapping the University of Florida, and that just shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening, but it is. Why? Because Napier is absolutely not good enough. Now let's look at what he's done with the mismanagement of his roster. Napier had AR-15, a top 5 pick in the NFL draft, at quarterback and went 6-6. How embarrassing. Star running back Trevor Etienne went to Georgia. And I always say his name wrong, but Princely Umanalian. He was the leading edge rusher. He went to Ole Miss. Why? Because the program was going downhill. Is downhill. It's in an abyss. And don't even get me started on what happened with the Jaden Rashada fiasco. Not just that you offered him $13.8 million NIL deal. It's not that. It's that you were ready to overpay for that. That is wild. You could have, just with that alleged pledge alone, you could have built the whole roster off of that. And you were ready to give it to one player. You were desperate and not good enough. This whole roster management now, going to a 2-quarterback system, Mertz has proven already that he's not good enough, but you're willing to bet everything on him. I already did the film breakdown of that. Go back to my channel to watch. He's simply never been good enough. We talk about who is Billy Napier. He learned in the Saban system, right? And we see Saban, not proteges, but we've seen those who come from the Saban tree in Kirby Smart go on to Georgia and do great things, right? Setting a high standard. You're not that. Florida has to get out of trying to chase this Saban model, because this is what it ends up doing. You end up hiring somebody like Napier because he has a name attached to him and not looking to see who he actually is and what he actually is. So with that being said, should Florida pay the $26 million buyout? Absolutely, ASAP. Because they're going to lose a lot more in ticket sales. We just saw yesterday with the fans piling out of the stadium in the 5th quarter. That's so many other sales that are just going to go unaccounted for. You can't have Florida Field being empty in an SEC game. That's embarrassing. That's absolutely embarrassing. Now, who do you get next as a coach? Urban Meyer's out there. Hey, a little redemption. Is he ready to get back to the grind? Right? Mullen's out there. Do they go for a Lane Kiffin? I don't know. Lane Kiffin has built, up Ole Miss into what probably will be a playoff year, right? They'll probably make the playoffs. They look really outstanding. Would he be willing to jump ship to come? I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I would suggest whoever you hire, you have to do a better job of vetting how they can run a program. Do they have disciplined teams? I already knew, which was crazy in the beginning. You look at when they brought in somebody like Cormani McClain, right? Super talented kid, but Napier, you don't have a program that is disciplined. So you already brought somebody who needs structure, and what I'm saying is it showed in his behavior the type of program you were running, where he thought it would be okay to be late for practices and all this stuff, right? That was because your program wasn't good enough from jump. So, in my closing thoughts, Billy Napier, is he a nice guy? I don't know him, Is he a poor football coach who team consistently makes silly mistakes, jumping off sides, late hits, totally undisciplined? Absolutely. Is it a team where you can't get enough men on the field when you need to? Absolutely. And you have probably one of the toughest schedules ahead, where it wouldn't be insane that you win less than 4 games this year at Florida. Are you kidding me? Fire him now. Start DJ Lagway, because you should have never went to this 2-quarterback system, and the fans would have gave you a lot more leeway if you would have done that, instead of trying to, run your boy out there in this 2-quarterback fiasco. That was awful. Simply awful. So let me know what you think about in the comments below. Who should Florida get to replace Sunbelt Billy? Maybe it's time for him to go back to the Sunbelt and to, and to start all over again, right? Start all over again, because you've proven you haven't failed. But hey, that's failing up. $26 million to not coach football is a heck of a win, at the end of the day. So, but who you think Florida should hire next? Let me know. Drop your comments in below. Don't forget to subscribe for more hot takes on your favorite teams. Until next time, peace.